Hello, once again, I'm BR Schultz. Thank you for joining me for another BR Schultz SP500 timing episode for the S&P 500. That's what my model is really good at, is the S&P 500. Spent about 14, 15 years now fine-tuning it for macro movements, for micro movements, and now mid-range movements. So recently, as of Thanksgiving 2024, the model has really stepped up its game with the mid-range pivot / swing trade calls. And 4 correct calls in a row. It called the bottom around November 1st. It called the bottom around November 19th, 20th. It called the peak around November 29th and December 2nd, and then a bottom around December 19th and 23rd, a double bottom. And sure enough, those were the right bottoms, the right peaks, roughly. And then markets have rocketed up since the bottom on December 19th and 23rd. There's a retrace low on December 23rd for those that watch the intraday markets, and that's where I went long, exited my shorts and went long. And so the model has been doing exceptional for these swing trade movements that are lasting about 10 to 14 days with each movement. And today I wanted to look at the Jan 3rd peak, and then, well, I've made a previous video about the January 3rd being the peak, right? And then wanted to let you know that I'm seeing the short-term bottom in markets around January 9th. So I don't know if I think the peak on January 3rd will be more of a minor peak, and then like a minor low on January 9th. But that's what I'm seeing. I'll show you right here today in the models for the timing to give you a quick update today on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to everyone. Here's QR codes for donations or a PayPal link in the description below this video on the YouTube page. So essentially, for those of you who are watching my newest work or latest updates in my Gold Wave model, essentially it looks for a 1, 2, 3 in the Gold Wave that I've created. It's more of a mid-range timing aspect with the green and the purple in the background. You can see how that focuses more on the intraday, smaller time frames, and then the Gold Wave is a longer term averaging of the purple and green, and I think a couple other waves that are not shown here. But essentially, you have a 1, 2, 3 touch points on the Gold Wave, as you can see here in the graph, and then you can see how it shoots out to the top of the graph. That's why I like the most. It's not out to the 50 anymore. It's out to the top of the graph, and that hits around January 7th. You got to add a couple days because there's market holidays of December 25th, which is Christmas, and January 1st, which is New Year's Day, and that will give you roughly January 9th as the next low after the January 3rd projected peak. So I think it's only like a week. I think January 3rd is like a Friday, and what is the 9th is like a Thursday. So that 9th, 10th, you get plus or minus 1 day for the model's accuracy. But you see the 3 touch points here. So that is essentially where the model is projecting out for the future low after the January 3rd peak. And then this is the model that zoomed in on point number 3, and then the end. So you can see it's picking the end of day January 7th. So you bump out 2 days, and that gives you the end of day January 9th, maybe early on January 10th as the bottom date. You can see if you go back one slide, you can see that the 3 touch points are extremely crisp. Each point is touching the very edge of the gold wave. So I believe that there's some kind of harmonic or whatnot that happens with this timing aspect. And so when you get a crisp 3 touch points, it should create a very clean bust in the markets. So anyways, I'll explain more and more in detail after, over time. But this is the 4th consecutive swing trade call that the model has predicted so far, right now going up into the January 3rd peak after the December 19th and December 23rd low. Again, there was a retrace that happened on December 23rd. That's where I went long. But on tradingview.com, you can see on December 16th that I said that the model was projecting there'd be 2 lows in the markets, December 19th and December 23rd. So you can go back on TradingView and look at my user if you'd like to. Again, my username is brschultzSP500 on WordPress, on TradingView, on YouTube. And so if you'd like to donate, you certainly can. You can use the tiles there for your QR codes, or you can use the PayPal QR link below in the video, and YouTube. And hopefully, if you haven't subscribed, you will subscribe. Subscriptions really don't matter to me. I would love if you'd subscribe, but honestly, people always try to play tough with me when they try to ask me questions that are what I want to do with my channel, and so they always threaten that they're going to unsubscribe. I really don't care. Obviously, my accuracy is number one, and then that will drive the those that are generous to hopefully give a little bit when they make profitable plays again and again. Hopefully, my model can be extremely accurate over time, and as you can see, I believe that the track record so far in the end of 2024 has proven that it is extremely accurate. So I went long again on around the low on December 23rd, and then I will hopefully exit near the January 23rd peak. Not January 23rd, sorry, January 3rd peak, I believe, around markets. So the first couple of business days within January, I think the 401k salary inflows will be flowing into markets and pushing markets up into their peak on roughly January 3rd on that Friday. And then obviously then we'll relax until January 9th or 10th, so roughly for the bottom. And then, as you know, some of the videos also said that we would have a peak in markets around January 20th, around Inauguration Day. So after the bottom in markets on January 9th or January 10th, then we would see a bump up in markets into Inauguration Day on January 20th. So from January 10th, roughly, the low around January 10th, and then into markets would climb and go sideways to higher into their peak on January 20th. Thank you for watching. I'm brschultzSP500. Yeah, it's kind of nice because that username, if you Google it, my content's the only content that shows up. Thank you so much for watching. I'm brschultz. Until next time, take care. So hopefully you've enjoyed my show today. Warning, this is all forecast use only. Come here. You want to read this for me? What does that say? Forecast?
Forecast.
Use?
Use only.
Only. Right. And what's this say?
Warning.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. I am not
A licensed investment professional. That's Latin. So we'll say caveat emptor. Seek professional advice prior to investing. Bears risk
of
financial
loss.
Very good. And so basically this is saying if you ever try to invest in stocks or anything else, you could lose money. Warning, warning, warning. And all my graphs are subject to change. And not all the results are not always the same. Yeah. Thank you for reading for me.
You're welcome.
And that's it for today. I'm B.R. Schultz. Until next time, take care.